Okay, I think we're officially ready. All right. We're going to have a little gratitude yoga today. So we're going to start with some gratitude. But before we do, you're going to need 2 blocks today if you have them, or paper towel rolls work as well. And I'm going to give you an option because we're going to be doing lots of back bends today. It's going to be a very heart opening practice. So if you have blocks, I would suggest you place one either this height, the middle height, or the low height right underneath your shoulder blades. So you're going to need 2 blocks. One would go under your shoulder blades to kind of give you a lift. And then the other one, I kind of like it taller. So you might like the tall height for under your head like that, or the medium height. You can turn it halfway so your head is supported and you get this nice chest opener. So it's not always comfortable. So you have to kind of adjust it. I think it's most comfortable right underneath the shoulder blades. And if you try it and you think this does not feel good at all, then just ditch the blocks and make your way onto your backs. All right, so get comfortable, whatever that is for you, on or off blocks, doesn't matter. You can have your palms at your sides, or arms at your sides, palms up, or one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. And then from there, take a big, long, slow, full inhale through the nose, fill up with breath, keep filling, and then open your mouth and just say the word ha and sigh it all out, and keep exhaling till there is nothing left in your lungs. And then do that again. Keep it slow and full and mindful. And exhaling out the mouth, or you can keep your lips softly closed and just breathe in and out through the nose. Okay, so I'm going to read you this little poem. It's called Be Thankful. Be thankful that you don't already have everything you desire. If you did, what would there be to look forward to? Be thankful when you don't know something, for it gives you the opportunity to learn. Be thankful for the difficult times. During those times, you grow. Be thankful for your limitations because they give you opportunities for improvement. Be thankful for each new challenge because it will build your strength and character. Be thankful for your mistakes. They will teach you valuable lessons. Be thankful when you're tired and weary because it means you've made a difference. It's easy to be thankful for the good things. A life of rich fulfillment comes to those who are also thankful for the setbacks. And then I'm going to give you a little something to focus on, a little something, something. And it goes like this. I will have gratitude for the little things, even while I wait for the big things to fall in place. I will have gratitude for the little things, even while I wait for the big things to fall in place. And with that, take a moment and set an intention for your practice this morning. And then together, let's take a long, slow, full inhale through the nose. And make some noise as you say, ha, and just let it go. So if you are not on blocks, you're going to draw your knees into your chest. If you're on blocks like I am, you're going to press up onto your forearms and then just sit up, remove the blocks from underneath you, and come back down onto your back. And then we'll draw the knees into the chest. So we should all meet up with the knees in the chest. Squeeze your knees, let your hips lift, maybe rotate your ankles around if you're feeling playful. And then just let both of your knees fall over to the right, look left. And then switch everything up. And then come on back to center. You're going to release your feet to the floor. Now, if you're playing my gratitude playlist, this is where I would suggest you switch to the second song. And from here, you're going to walk your feet in. We're going to set up for a bridge pose. Arms are at your sides. You're going to press into your feet, lift your hips, and reach your arms up and over your head onto the floor. Take a big inhale here, press more into the floor, draw your thighs toward the midline. And then as you exhale, everything comes back down. Inhale, lift the hips, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, everything comes back down. So just move with your own breath. You do not need to stay with my words. Better you stay with your breath pattern. After a couple bridges, you might be able to walk your feet a little bit closer to your body. You can try that if you like. Two more rounds. This time we're going to keep your hips up. You're going to bring your hands back down, but stay in your bridge pose here. And I want you to take your palms and press down into your mat. Notice how you might lift your hips a little more. See if you can walk your feet back a little closer to your body. Keep pressing into the floor. Bend your elbows and now press your elbows into the floor. Keep your thighs active. You might even get a little shaky here. Two more breaths. And as you take an exhale, slowly lower down onto your spine. So nice. Grab your knees and just gently rock from side to side. And then we're going to rock and roll just a couple of times. I don't want you to come up to seated or standing because we are going to meet in everybody's favorite pose, boat pose. So you're going to sit up nice and tall. You can hang on right here to the back sides of your thighs. You can take your hands behind you if you have any low back issues, or you can reach your feet and reach your arms. So find a variation that works for you, but check in with your shoulders. If you're doing this, hunching up, you're going to want to relax your shoulders down. Hi, Lydia. I saw somebody else joined. I had come see. Nice to see your name on the screen, Lydia. So we're going to stay right here.
Grateful for you.
Good morning. Good morning. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to hover. Reach your arms towards the front of your mat. Reach your feet. And then come on back up. Big inhale here. As you exhale, lower your boat. Come on up. Exhale, lower. Few more. Just move at your own pace. Take a break when you need it. We're not here to torture you, right? Unless you had too much pumpkin pie. Let's do 4 more. How about that? 4, 3. Make sure you're smiling as you come on up. 1 more. Stay right here. Hands to your heart. Reach your feet if you can. Take a twist and just hold it here. Take it to the other side. Come on back to center. Reach your arms, reach your feet. Big inhale. And then crisscross your ankles. I'm warmed up. I hope you guys are too. Hands on your knees. Inhale, just lift your heart and gaze up. Hang on to your knees around your spine, lean back. It's just like a cat-cow. Drop the chin. Inhale, pull the heart through, lift up. Exhale, round, lean back. Couple more, just like that. Come on, back up to seated. Switch the cross of your legs. Jen Kalen, your song is on again. Inhale, reach your arms up. Right hand down, left arm reaches up and over the ear. Now you can crawl these fingers out, see if you can get a little more space on this side body. Maybe the forearm comes all the way down, but if this cheek lifts, then you want to come back a little bit. Inhale, come on up, reach up, relax your shoulders, and then take it the other way. You can crawl those fingers out on this side as well. 1 more breath. And then come on up, just take a twist, left hand to the knee, right hand behind you. Inhale for length, exhale, look back. 2 more breaths. Every time you inhale, can you get taller in the spine? And as you exhale, twist back a little more. Maybe draw your belly button in. Bring your gaze back to center. Switch up your arms. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, look back. One more breath here. Get super tall in the spine. Draw the belly button in. And then bring your gaze back to center. We're going to take your arms in front of you, coming into a tabletop position on your hands and knees. So from here, I want you to just tuck your toes under, and you're going to hover your knees right over the mat, like an inch. So look down and see how high you lifted your knees. I don't want you to lift it much. Stay right here, 4 breaths. 2 more breaths. Your gaze is straight down on the mat. Keep your gaze down on the mat, and you're just going to walk your legs back. Now you're in a plank position. Your fingers are still spread. You're pressing down into the floor. Core is lifted. Heels reach to the back of your mat. Crown of the head reaches forward. 2 more breaths. And then we're going to slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Hug your elbows in. Inhale, lift for cobra. Exhale and lower. Do that again. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale and lower. This time, take your hands off the mat. So I want you to come onto your fingertips. So you're right at your sides. Take your shoulders, exaggerate them down your back, and then inhale, lift your heart. Tops of the feet stay on the floor. Exhale, lower. Do that one more time. Inhale, press into the pads of your fingers. Lift up. Exhale, lower. Bring your hands back by your chest. Tuck your toes. Straighten the arms. And then downward facing dog. Just settle into your down dog. So you're gazing back between your feet. Then all I see is a wagging tail on your screen. So your fingers are spread. I want you to put some energy in your thumb and your forefinger. And as you do that, feel the lengthening on the backside of your body. And if you want to take your dog for a walk, and I don't mean your furry one, but your dog, go for that. And then I want you to look forward and just walk your feet to the top of your mat. Take as many steps as you need to get there. Hands on your shins. Inhale, look forward. Exhale and just fold. Do that again. Inhale, look forward. Exhale and fold. Take your arms out like wings. Inhale, rise to standing. Reach up and look up. As you exhale, draw your hands together at your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, find a nice long spine. Fold forward over your thighs. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank and pause. 2 breaths right here. Press the floor away from you, lift your core, slight tuck in the tailbone. This time as you exhale, slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog if you're ready for it. Roll over those toes, downward facing dog. Settle in right here, 3 to 4 deep breaths. No holding back on the Ujjayi Pranayama breath. Help kind of stoke the fire from within to build that heat. 2 more breaths. At the end of your next exhale, look forward, walk or float your feet to the top. Inhale, look forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to standing, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, long spine. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward. Plant your hands, step back to plank and lower slowly, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here and breathe. At the end of your next exhale, look forward, walk or float your feet to the top. Inhale, look forward. Exhale and fold. This time, take your feet a little bit wider than your hips, and you're going to grab your opposite elbows here and just kind of hang out in a forward fold. Now, you might opt to bend your knees a little or a lot here. So do what feels kind and generous to your hamstrings. So be nice to your body. Maybe adding a sway feels good on the side body. Maybe not. So just listen to your body. We're going to meet back in center. Release your hands down. Bring your feet right underneath your hips. Actually, let's bring them together. What the heck? Let's find a chair pose. So sit down. Weight is back in your heels. So lift all 10 toes off the mat. From there, reach up. Drop your hips, but reach up to the fingers. Turn the pinkies in so your shoulders relax down your back. Take one more breath here. And then straighten your legs and fold. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, plant your hands, step back, and lower through your vinyasa. So if you want to add in chaturanga push-ups, feel free to do so. So we're going to take a big step forward with your right foot. You're going to be in a runner's lunge. Make sure when your foot comes forward, this knee is right over the ankle. And if it's more like this, like I'm showing, you want to grab it and move it. And then you're going to toe heel your right foot once or twice to the right, spin your left foot flat. So you're setting your legs up for warrior one, but we're not going to rush into it. We're going to slow down today. Hover your fingers. And while you're hovering your fingers, draw your right hip back and then reach forward by your ears and then rise up on your inhale. So you're sinking into the right knee. Draw the right hip back. You're pressing into the outer edge of your left foot. And if you're really back bendy here where you notice your chest is kind of lifted, try not to do that. Try to hug the lower ribs in and find a nice straight line reaching up. Take one more big inhale here, maybe lean back. And then as you exhale, hands come down. Step back, take your vinyasa. We'll do the same thing on the left side. So we're going to start with that runner's lunge. Again, make sure you get that foot all the way to the top of your mat. Toe heel it once or twice to the left. Right foot spins flat. Hover your fingers. While you're hovering, draw this left hip back. Keep it there. Your toes are spread on that left foot as you inhale, rise. Pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. Stay here and breathe. Can you sink a little deeper in your left knee as you press into the outer edge of your right foot? It's kind of like your mat is spreading apart. One more inhale, reach up and back if you want, and then bring those hands down. Step back, take your vinyasa. Pause and down dog. One more deep breath here, and at the very bottom of your exhale, look forward, walk, or softly hop your feet to the top. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Find chair pose. Sweep those arms up. Drop your hips. Lift all 10 toes. And then we're going to stand up, find a nice back bend. Lean back, open your arms really big, and then bring your hands back to your heart. From here, come back, chair pose. Drop your hips. Sweep those arms up. Lift your toes. One more breath, and then straighten your legs, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower through your vinyasa. Right foot's gonna step forward, spin that left foot flat. Inhale, rise, warrior one. One breath this time. As you begin to exhale through your nose, bring your hands down. You're still exhaling as you step back and lower through your vinyasa. Do the same thing on your left side. As you're exhaling, left foot steps forward, right foot flat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands come down. Step back through your vinyasa. So you're going to do that one more time on your own on each side. We're not going to jump forward. We're just going to do a warrior on the right and a warrior on the left. Try to connect your breath with your pose. When you finish up on the left side, you're gonna pause in downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. So finish up that side. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Together, let's take a big inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, let something go. One more breath. At the bottom of your exhale, look forward, travel to the top of your mat, however you want to get there. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Chair pose, drop those hips, reach the arms up. We're going to stand up, reach your arms up to the sky. Right hand down, left arm up and over the ear. Inhale, come on back to center. Take it the other way. Inhale, both arms are going to reach up, and then exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, plant your hands. You're going to step back, take your vinyasa. We're going to meet in downward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, just take your right foot up and back. So look back at your right foot. Your toes should be flexed down to the floor, even the pinky toe. And then press into both hands. Get really long. Big inhale. As you exhale, bring your right knee to your right tricep. So you're in plank. You're going to stay right here in plank and just bring your right knee to the left tricep like a pendulum. Bring it back to the right. Bring it back to the left. Now bring it to the center. We're going to step your foot forward. Spin your left foot flat. Inhale, rise. Warrior one. So find that same action. Come forward in the knee. Press the outer edge. Take your hands behind you. Lace your fingers. Sink into your right knee and keep this depth in that right knee. And then your hands slide down your back thigh. That heart just cracks open toward the ceiling or the sky. One more big inhale. And then find a long spine. So I want you to reach forward. Keep reaching. And when your body no longer goes anywhere, then humbly bow forward. And while you're here, I want you to look back toward your left foot. Crown of your head is totally relaxed. So if you need to shake your head out, yes and no, go for it. But then I want you to draw your right hip back. It's going to tend to dump right. Try not to let it do that. Pull it back towards your left heel. Keep reaching your arms over your head toward the floor. One more breath. All you're going to do is bring your hands to the floor. From there, come onto the ball of your left foot. So now you're in a runner's lunge. Left hand down, right arm reaches up to the sky. From here, we're going to come into Vashisthasana. So you're going to spin your left foot flat or come onto the outer edge of that left foot. Your right foot can either stack, maybe a tree, or since we're doing back bends, try this if you want. You come onto the ball of your right foot, press into it, and then reach up and over your head. It feels so good. This is probably my favorite variation. 2 more breaths wherever you feel like being for your Vashisthasana. And then we're going to meet in plank. So that right hand comes down, slowly make your way to plank. Don't rush it. And take your vinyasa. At the end of your next exhale, reach your left leg back behind you. Take a big inhale, reach it, toes flex down. As you exhale, bring that left knee to your left tricep. Pause, bring it to the right, bring it back to the left. One more to the right. Bring it center, plant your foot, maybe toe heel it more to the left, set up warrior one, and when you're ready, come on up. Sink into that knee, press into the outer edge of your right foot. Try to draw your left hip back. Take the hands behind you, lace your fingers. Sink into your left knee and then inhale the hands, slide down your back thigh and just stay here. One more big inhale. Come forward. Humbly bow, coming on the inside of that left knee. Relax your head down toward the floor. Draw your left hip back. Couple more breaths here. We're going to release your hands to the floor. Come onto the ball of your right foot. Take a twist, left arm up to the sky. So from here, you're going to root down in your right hand, spin to the outer edge of your right foot, take your left foot to meet it. And then you can find whatever you want, but I want these hips to lift. Think of this underside lifting. So if you did the back bend, take the ball of the left foot behind you and then press into your right hand and your right foot and find a nice back bend here. 2 more breaths in any option that you like. Slowly, you're going to make your way to plank. And then take your vinyasa, which you are welcome to skip anytime. Nobody's watching, so do what you like. Honor your body. So this time, you're going to inhale the right leg up and back like we did before, and then bring that right knee to your right tricep. Bring it over to the left. Bring it back to the right. This time, you're going to hold it to the left. We're going to spin to the outer edge of your left foot. We're going to extend your right leg through for falling star. So notice my hips don't fall down to the floor. I press into that right hand and lift up. So your left foot should be flat on the mat. Your right foot is going toward flat. That's going to help lift you. Maybe arm over your ear. If this doesn't feel right for you, take a modified Vashisthasana like this. One more breath. As your left hand comes down, bring your right knee to your nose. So come onto the ball of your left foot, drive the knee forward, step it forward, set up warrior 1. When you're ready, come on up. Settle into your warrior 1. Hands behind you, lace your fingers. Inhale, hands slide down your thigh, and then come forward, humbly bow. Stay here and breathe. Can you draw your right hip back a little more? Can you relax your head and neck a little bit more? One more breath. Release your hands down, come onto the ball of your left foot, take your twist. And then find your Vashisthasana. Whatever you want to take works for me. One more breath. Slowly make your way to plank and take your vinyasa. So we're going to stay on the right side. We're going to step your right foot forward again, but this time we're going to stay on the ball of your left foot. Come on up to crescent pose, Anjaneyasana. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to bend your knee and open your heart. So squeeze your shoulder blades down your back, and then inhale, straighten the back leg. Exhale, open your heart, squeeze those shoulder blades. 2 more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend and open. 1 more. Inhale, reach your arms up. Stay right here. We're going to reach forward. Find warrior 3. So maybe you just come right into it. Maybe you grab your blocks. I'm going to hit my wall. We're going to open your arms like airplane wings or keep your hands on your blocks. Either is perfectly fine. We're going to bring your right hand down on the block. If your hands are on blocks, take your left hand to your left hip. Peel your left hip open. Now your block should be slightly in front of your shoulder. And then maybe you reach your arm up. Maybe you don't. Maybe just hang out here. This is fine. More advanced would be looking up or floating the right hand off your block. But this left leg, can you really flex the toes? You're welcome for Chipasana if you want to reach back and grab the inside of that left foot. Get a nice back bend in your half moon pose. Who knew? You can find back bends in so many different poses. 1 more breath here. If you have your back foot, go ahead and carefully release it. Step back, warrior 2. Big step back. and then sink into your right knee. So check your foot alignment, right heel in line with your back foot, right toes face the front of your mat, and then dive into that knee, but not letting your knee go past that ankle. Reach energetically through both arms. So just put your awareness right now in your shoulders. Can you soften them down your back a little bit more? Keep your legs exactly as they are. Reach to the back of your mat. Side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. I like to start with my forearm on my thigh, but you can go wherever you like. Come on back, reverse again. Reach up and back. And then side angle pose. We'll stay here a few more breaths. You can take the arm over the ear, Utthita or extended. You can take a half or a full bind. That feels right for you. But pick one that feels good. No struggle today. We're going to come on back to warrior two. From here, you're going to straighten your right leg. Left hand on the back thigh, reach up and back, reverse your triangle. Take one more breath and then come on up. If you want to shorten your stance, bump your left foot up a little here, and then we reach forward. Keep reaching. When your body isn't going anywhere else, then bring your hand down. Wherever it lands is where it should be. So if you look down at your right foot, you should have your head pretty much in line with your foot. You shouldn't be in front of it like I'm showing you right now. Lean back. If you were against a wall doing this, your shoulders and hips would have contact with your wall. Arms, you pick what you want to do. One more breath. We're going to come back to warrior two. Just sink into your knee. So we're going to come out of this similarly how we got into it. We're going to go into half moon. So if you want to play with floating, you can just energetically really reach through that right hand as that left leg lifts. Then find warrior three. So again, your hands can be on blocks. Hands can be at your heart. I want your left toes turning down. We're going to come up to standing on your right foot. And then you're going to take your left hand to the inside of your left foot and find first stork pose. Stork pose looks a little like this. You're just right here, okay? You can choose to stay right here, or you can find dancer pose where you reach forward and kick the foot into your hand. And Lydia, I love that you're on today because I always think of you in this pose because she was a figure skater and I never understand how ice skaters can do this pose, spinning in a circle. Fascinating to me. Couple more breaths right here. If you fall out of it, don't worry about it. We're going to meet in Tadasana in 2 more breaths. We're going to release that left foot next to your right and just find Tadasana. Feel the effects of that pose. Lots of energy, blood kind of rushing through your body. You're going to bring your feet together, have a seat, chair pose, reach your arms up. You're going to bring your hands to your heart. Take a prayer twist. So we're going to bring the left elbow to the outside of your right knee. And then when you're comfortable here, I want you to look down and notice if your left knee is in front of the right. And if it is, just draw your left hip back a little bit more. So where we're going to go from here is balancing. So I want you to put the energy in your right foot and then see if you can just lift your left foot. Maybe this is all you really do today, but we're going to try to step back. So you can play with floating your leg back and then taking a step back, or just step back into a crescent twist. So keep pressing your right palm into the left. If you want to release your left hand down, you can. If you want to drop your left knee, you can. I want you to just focus on your breath, and I want you to focus on the crown of your head reaching forward, your left heel reaching back. And if you're getting a little agitated, that's kind of where I'm wanting you. I want you to just let your leg get fiery. If your mind is getting fiery, practice your yoga and just breathe. Just 2 more breaths, that's it. You're gonna release your hands to the floor and don't go away. It's gonna feel good, okay? You're gonna press into your hands, take your right leg up behind you, bend your knee, open the hip. That should feel good, or if you wanna flip your dog. Flip your dog, sending those hips up. And then we're going to come back and take a vinyasa or just come to downward facing dog. Pausing in down dog. Good time to take some letting go sighs. On your next inhale, reach your leg back behind you. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your left tricep. Pause. Bring it across to your right. Bring it back to your left. Bring it back to your right. We're going to spin to the outer edge of your right foot. Either drop your shin, modified Vashisthasana, or send your left leg through and reach up like you're being pulled up from your right arm. Maybe arm over the ear. That right foot, try to make it flat on your mat. One more breath. Your right hand's going to come down. Your left knee is going to draw to your nose. Step that foot through. You're going to set up for warrior one. So spin that right foot flat and rise up when you're ready. You're going to take your hands behind your back. Lace your fingers. Let your hands slide down your back thigh. Gaze up. And then come forward, long spine. And then humbly bow forward. Left hip draws back. Arms are reaching over your head toward the floor. Take some deep breaths here. One more full inhale and exhale. And then you'll release your hands down. Right hand down. Spin onto the ball of your right foot. Take that twist. Left arm up. And then find your Vashisthasana. Any option you want. Maybe that foot behind you for that back bend. Maybe a tree pose, or you grab your big toe. But lift up. One more breath. Slowly make your way to plank and take your vinyasa. Big inhale through your nose. Let something go. Another inhale. This time as you exhale, that left foot's gonna step forward. We're still on the left side. We're gonna rise up, crescent pose. So come on up, take your time. You're welcome to have your right knee bent or your right knee all the way on the mat. So find an option that works for you. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, bend your knee, open your heart. Inhale, reach up, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend, open your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, one more. Inhale, reach up. We're gonna reach forward, find your warrior three. So come right into it. Now remember, you can come right into it with your hands on blocks. Your hips are parallel to the floor. Maybe hands at your heart or hands out like airplane wings. We're gonna bring your left hand down on your block, line it up to the diagonal of your left shoulder and your left pinky toe, and then flex your right toes, bring your right hand to your hip, peel your hip open. Maybe you look up, maybe you reach up. Maybe you want Shavasana, reaching for the right foot. Couple more breaths right here. If you have the back foot, carefully release it. Reach your arm up. We're gonna step back, warrior two. Sink into your knee, look at your feet, left heel in line with your right arch. We dive into the knee, we reach for the arms. There is so much going on in my kitchen right now. My dog's walking through, my daughter's making tofu scramble, and I'm teaching yoga. Yay, stay here and breathe. Go a little deeper in your left knee. Can you reach through both arms and then relax your shoulders down your back? Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Don't change your legs. Your left leg's gonna wanna straighten, don't let it. And then side angle pose. Find an option that feels right in your body. Maybe going for that full wrap right away isn't the best option, or maybe it is. Inhale, reverse. Don't change your legs, just the upper body. And side angle pose again. This time we'll stay a little longer. So if you want to go exploring. Crown of the head reaching forward. Press into the outer edge of your right foot and sink into your left knee. 2 more breaths right here. If you are wrapped, go ahead and unwrap. Reach your right arm up, find warrior 2. We're gonna straighten your left leg. 2 straight legs here. Reach up and back, reverse that triangle. And then come on up. If you wanna shorten your stance, this is where you'll do that. And then reach, reach, reach. Left hand down, right arm up. Or over the ear, or half wrap, whatever feels good. One more breath in your Trikonasana. We're gonna come back to warrior 2. So sink into that knee, come on back. So again, we're coming out of this the way we came in. So find your half moon. You're gonna reach forward for floating that left hand or hand on your block. Peel that right hip open. And then warrior 3. So now you'll rotate that right hip down so it's parallel to the floor and reach back through that right foot. And then come to standing, maybe on one foot, maybe you release the right foot down and then find your dancer pose. So bring the hand to the inside of the foot, start here in stork pose, bend your left knee a little, and as you reach forward and kick with equal energy, you will find your dancer pose. And this is a back bend. So we're not reaching down for the floor like a half moon. I want you to instead reach up and create that nice curve in the upper spine. One more breath, and then we'll carefully come out of this and find Tadasana. Just take a moment here. Close the eyes. Come back to your intention right here. You're gonna bring your feet together. When you're ready, open your eyes. Inhale the arms up to the sky, and then sit down, chair pose, and sit back. Tuck the tailbone, reach the arms up. Hands to your heart. We're gonna hook your right elbow now to the outside of your left knee, and then look at your knees. Make sure your right knee is not in front of your left. If it is, you'll draw the hip back. Just breathe here. Can you reach the crown of your head forward? And then you're gonna shift the weight now into your left foot and play with floating. Just see, what can you do? Can you hold your foot up a little bit? Can you extend the leg back? And we're gonna end up in that crescent twist. Again, you can modify and just put the knee down and take it here. So while you're staying here, getting a little fiery, think of 3 things that you're grateful for right now. What comes to mind? And does that change how your body feels right now? 2 more breaths, that's it. Slowly release your hands down to the floor. You're gonna take your left leg up behind you. Oh yeah, that feels good. Shake it out. You can bend your knee, stack your hip, or flip your dog. All the way over, sending your hips up to the sky. So I always think of vinyasa feels really good after a long hold, but if you don't want to take one, go right to down dog or child's pose, go for it. Do what feels good in your body. Pausing in downward facing dog. Big inhale through your nose. Open mouth sigh, let it go. And then let's find child's pose. If you're already there, stay there, big toes together, knees apart. Sink your hips back, allow your forehead to just rest on the mat. Now you might want your arms stretched forward, or maybe take your hands behind you in a reverse namaste at the nape of your neck. You can even take your thumbs and give yourself a little neck massage. 2 more breaths right here. And then we're slowly going to walk your hands back toward your knees. Bring your legs together. And we're just going to bring your hips to either side, swing your legs around in front of you. We're going to set up for janu sirsasana. I love saying that. Janu sirsasana. Okay, left leg out. It's at a slight angle, and your right foot is like a tree pose. So bring it into your inner thigh. Flex your left toes. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Little twist toward that leg, and then reach, reach, reach. Keep reaching like someone's going to grab your wrists, and then you're going to fold over your front thigh. Your left toes, make sure they stay flexed, and the back of your left thigh is pressing into your mat the whole time. At any time, you can inhale, look forward, find more length in your spine, and then as you exhale, descend a little deeper. One more breath. And then walk your hands in. I'm taking these deep breaths, and my kitchen smells amazing right now. It smells really good. Okay, bring your leg directly in front of you, and then lift your knee. So your right foot now is flat, but it's still by your inner left thigh. We're going to take a nice deep spinal twist here. So sit up tall. Your right hand comes behind you. Inhale your left arm up to the sky. Suck your belly button in, and then hook your elbow and look back over your shoulder. So you're gazing back. Your left foot is still flexed. Back of the left thigh pressing into the mat. Keep twisting. One more breath. And then bring your gaze forward, bring your body around in front. You're going to release this leg down. You're going to take this other leg on top for firelog pose. So knees and ankles are in line with each other. Christiana, this one's for you, my friend. So feet are flexed. Now you might have space here because your hips are tight. No big deal. You can take a block or a rolled up blanket and kind of support yourself if you're feeling any sort of strain. If this doesn't work for you, left shin in front, okay? Lots of options. Inhale, reach up. Feet are flexed, keep them flexed, reach, reach, reach. Fingertips down, crawl the fingertips forward and fold. You can also grab your block right here, place it under your forehead, take out any strain from your neck. Take some deep breaths. One more deep inhale and exhale. You're going to walk your hands back towards your firelog legs. And then we're going to take your legs and just stretch them out in front of you. Shake them out. So now we're going to take your right leg toward the corner of the mat and bring that left foot into your inner thigh. You can roll that thigh inward toward the foot. So you've got everything glued here, the foot and the inner thigh. Inhale, reach your arms up. Take a little twist and then reach and reach and reach toward that flexed foot. Keep it flexed. Every time you inhale, can you make your spine longer? And as you exhale, descend a little deeper. This is another place you can place a block, right here. If you're feeling tension in your neck, you don't want that. Use your block. Two more breaths. And then walk your hands back. Bring that leg now straight in front of you and lift your left knee. That left foot is close to the inner thigh. Flex your right toes and just inhale, sit up tall. Take your left hand behind you on the fingertips. And then inhale, the right arm reaches up, hook the elbow, and then look back. If hooking the elbow doesn't work, just grab it with your arm and look back. So think long spine, relaxed left shoulder, and belly button is sucked in. Two more breaths right here. See if you can get a little taller. Twist back a little more. One more breath. Keep looking back. Bring that gaze forward. Nice. Let your knee just flop open. So either right shin in front, right ankle on the knee, or the space between. But your feet are flexed, your sitting bones are on the mat. Inhale the arms, reach up, and then come forward. It smells so good, Maya. One of the benefits of my daughter being home is she cooks amazing. Last night we had fire roasted tomatoes, literally roasted in our oven, and then she blended it into a soup. It was so good. Three more deep breaths. And then go ahead and walk your hands back up. Let's take our legs out to the sides. So if you've got really tight hip flexors, you can take a blanket and roll it up, or a beach towel, and sit up on it. And that will help encourage your hips to move forward. And then you're going to take your hands behind you and kind of scooch forward. Flex your toes. Inhale your arms up. And then right arm down, left arm up and over your ear. Good song, I know. We're on Mumford and Sons right now. If you guys are playing, I don't know where you are. Take it the other way. Such a good song. One more breath right here. And then inhale, come on up. We're going to take your hands right on the floor and just start to crawl your fingertips out in front of you. Go as far as you can. Some of you might be right here and that's enough. Some of you might have your torso completely on the floor. Or some of us are in between. So just listen to your body. Keep your feet flexed, legs are active. One more breath. Just walk your hands back up. Take your hands underneath your thighs, bend your knees, and just bring your legs together. We're going to make our way onto our backs for the remainder of class. So anything you need for Shavasana, go ahead and grab that now, and grab a block as well. But if you have an eye pillow or a sweater or blanket you want to put on for Shavasana, just grab it now so you don't have to get back up. And then we're going to walk your feet in. We've done a lot of back bends, so we're not going to spend too much time here, but we are going to do one long back bend. So walk your feet in, press your feet down. Now, if you're kind of like, I'm ready for Shavasana, grab your block, place it underneath you at any height. I like to do the tall one because it feels good, but you can go the middle or low and just take a supported back bend. If you want to come in to full wheel, you can come into full wheel. Do what serves your body right this very moment. In your bridge pose, if you're not using a block, your thighs should feel active. You're pressing into your feet. So let's take 2 more breaths here. And then we're all going to press into the feet. If you have a block underneath you, remove it and come on down. Take your feet, keeping your knees bent, take your feet to the edges of your mat. Arms are like cactus arms. Let your knees go left and look right. And with your own breath or your own pace, take it the opposite way. Just make it feel good. Do that a couple more times. And then we're going to meet back in the center. You're going to walk your feet in, grab your block for me. If you do not have blocks, come right here for your inversion. Or if you want to take a headstand, a handstand, forearm balance, go for it. I'm going to guide us through a supported shoulder stand, taking the block the middle or low height right underneath your hips. Arms are at your sides, hips are resting comfortably on your block, and then the legs come up. So pick an inversion that works for you right now that you can stay and just enjoy the benefits of this pose. Two more deep breaths here. And then slowly bring your feet down to the mat. If you're in another inversion, maybe a child's pose, you're going to press into the feet to lift your hips and get rid of that block. And then draw your knees and just gently rock from side to side. Maybe a happy baby if that sounds inviting for you right now. Grab the outer edges of your feet. So do either or. And then draw your right knee in. Let your left leg go super long and just squeeze that knee in. And then take a twist. Guide your right knee across your body. Look over your right arm. Extend it to the right as you look right. Try to keep your right shoulder glued to the mat as well. And just take some deep breaths. Come on back to center. Give that knee a squeeze. And then switch it up. Draw your left knee in. And then take that knee across your body for that twist. And then come on back to center. You're going to draw your knees in. If you are playing along with my playlist, pick one of the last two songs. It's either Coldplay or a beautiful song at the end called The Embrace. So pick either one. Lift your nose up towards your knees. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, just let it go into Shavasana. Letting your feet just come off your mat. Arms at your sides. Take a big inhale through your nose. Keep breathing in. Pause at the top. Open your mouth and just gush it out. Shavasana. Slowly begin to bring some awareness back to the body. Inviting some gentle movements with the fingers and the toes. On your next inhale, just reach your arms over your head onto the floor for one final stretch from the fingertips all the way down to your toes. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, draw your knees into your chest and just gently rock from side to side. Eventually letting your knees fall over to the right. And when you feel ready, make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Closing the eyes, bringing the hands together at your heart. I'm going to leave you with this. That's a quote. It could really be a mantra. I will have gratitude for the little things, even while I wait for the big things to fall into place. With that, take a moment of gratitude for your breath as you take a big inhale through your nose and a big open mouth sigh out the mouth. One more time, just like that. Big inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, let something go. Thank you so much for carving out 60 minutes so we can share in this incredible practice of yoga. May the sun always shine through your heart, into your smile, and warm your soul. Have a lovely, lovely day. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Oh, there's Lydia.